After the success of the third Asia Art Link in Malaysia last year, Hòa Bình province of Vietnam has been chosen as the destination for the fourth international art event themed Art Under the Roof.
Cái việc mà kết nối giữa cái không gian nghệ thuật của bảo tàng Mường và ASEAN Link với một cái mong muốn là cho nghệ sĩ quốc tế và nghệ sĩ Việt Nam có cái điều kiện để giao lưu với nhau, nâng cao về cái nghiệp vụ. Ngoài ra thì chúng tôi mong muốn là với cái hình thức giao lưu đó, những thể hiện của người nghệ sĩ và sự cảm nhận của họ đối với cái nền văn hóa Mường, một trong những cái nền văn hóa lớn nhất ở Việt Nam và cổ xưa nhất. Và với cái bề dày truyền thống lịch sử văn hóa đó, người nghệ sĩ có thể cảm nhận nó và thể hiện thông qua các tác phẩm ví dụ như hội họa, điêu khắc hay là sắp đặt, thì đem đến cho công chúng hay cộng đồng một cách nhìn mới về cái giá trị của văn hóa bản địa, văn hóa của người Mường.
And the journey to discover the Mường culture begins. The 2-hectare Mường Culture Museum opened in late December 2007 after 11 years of construction. Its founder is Vũ Đức Hiếu, a painter born and raised in Hanoi, but who devoted all his life to understanding the Mường culture. With thousands of objects on display, this is where people can gain immediate access to the culture of the Mường people. Soon after their arrival, 68 international and domestic artists started their projects. The artists were provided with all of the tools and materials they need to create new works such as canvas, paint, frames, rock, wood, clay, and many others. But one thing that most artists said they need most, inspiration for art creation, arrive as soon as they set foot on this ground, emanates from the open atmosphere, the beautiful landscape, and the impressive culture features. With a large number of attendants in the second workshop this year, the Mường Ethnic Museum is divided into different sections for artists with different art style. And now please join us to see what the artists are doing during the time they stay here. Nathalie Filoche is the French artist. She came to Vietnam this time even though her family did not encourage her. In the end, she decided to attend and found herself surrounded by the Mường culture in Vietnam. She's making her first installation from materials she found in the locality.
My work is talking about position and direction in our life. I have chosen some traditional elements that you can find and use in Vietnam. This is a pendulum, and this is a traditional tools very popular in Europe, so we can use it.
So on top is a bird cage.
On top it is a basket. I must put under like this.
Yeah.
And finally there is some elements inside the trays. I will put some rice here, incense, and like fire, a drawing or painting like a fire. I also put this symbolic inside the bird cage.
A turtle inside
Yes.
bird cage.
Yes.
Leaving Nathalie with her installation art, I accidentally found the camp of a group of Mongolian artists.
Hello.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm Mogi. This is the Mongolian artist team
Oh, really?
that attended in this workshop.
This
our group.
still the house.
Yeah, that's
Base
this
of
house.
the
Yeah.
Mongolian artists.
Yes, our group is consisted of four members.
4 members.
Yeah, 4 members. Welcome to our house, or what is workplace. Yeah.
Come in.
Okay. So this is the oldest member, and then
Oldest member.
yeah,
Right,
it's oldest.
nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Nice to
he's
meet you.
our guide or the advisor of conceptual art. Yes, his art is based on the spiritual
He just started.
expression.
For these artists, the location of the workshop this year is perfect. Each of them has found inspiration for new works since they arrived.
Except him, Three of us is first time attend in this workshop.
So how is the workshop this year?
Beautiful, beautiful is well organized and very good.
You got
So-
everything you need for...
Oh yeah, that's good. That help for us to make it good quality work.
Alien De Rosa is from Boston in the US. With enthusiasm for pottery, she's trying her best to make the most beautiful pieces of art from bachang clay.
I am really hoping to get some inspiration while I am here. Since I just arrived last night, I can only say my inspiration is the landscape, right? But I will get more. By the end of today, I know I will have more inspiration.
Every morning, Yoyo Suryo takes the rocky path from his room to the workshop to join with other members of the Indonesian artist group. Knowing a lot about Vietnam, he decides to draw some paintings in traditional form but with his own improvisation about the friendship between the two nations. His painting is about two men, one Indonesian and the other is Vietnamese, who are in a conversation. And the two men wear traditional costumes from the home countries.
I try to tell two men in dialogue. First man of from Indonesia and another man is from Vietnam. Two men, get a dialogue. These men wear a traditional Indonesian names of Surjan. Surjan, one of traditional clothes in Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta is one of city in Indonesia. Another man's next, I try to paint men wear aute, yeah, aute and concept. I think Indonesian and Vietnam must be to how to grow up together on in art.
Yoyo Suryo is one of the 10 painters and sculptors of the Indonesian group. This group has created the most artworks at the workshop. Seeking new inspiration for art is the ultimate goal for every artist coming to this museum. Also, during the time they stay here, they have a chance to go around and see how the local lives are. But also, it's a good chance for Vietnam to get its traditional culture preserved and promoted. George Burchett has become quite a familiar face in the Vietnamese art scenes over the past several years. With a linkage between his family and the country, George is always interested in taking part in art events. Visiting the Mường Culture Museum last year, George was already in love with the area and immediately said yes when he was invited to this year's event.
I haven't done anything from in a landscape like this for a long time, so to me it's almost like being renewed. You know, I feel like I'm renewing myself from the beautiful nature, but also from the culture that is here.
Choosing this location as his studio during the stay, George stays close to the nature and to the local culture. George believes that every foreign artist can do something to raise public awareness about one of the most interesting cultural features of Vietnam when they return to their home country.
A very strong element of this experience is to see how the culture, the Mường culture, is in harmony with the nature that surrounds it in this wonderful village. As here we sit in by this pool, we hear the water, and I think it's a great lesson for all of us that this is something that we definitely need to preserve. And it's wonderful to discuss all these things with artists from so many countries. So everybody brings back that message to their own country, to their own people. through the art and also through just talking and exchanging ideas. So I think it's a really wonderful, wonderful idea and wonderful experience, wonderful reality to be here.
Long Tien Sing is one of the 8 Malaysian artists participating in the event. More than others, he has a special interest in this Mường Culture Museum. He spends a lot of time discovering the place, enjoying the beautiful landscape, getting to know every aspect of the local culture through exhibitions inside the museum. The Mường territory brings this foreign man a feeling even more familiar than his homeland.
It's through my friend Chin Tuan, and he told me they're going to organize a workshop in Hoa Binh. So, and then I also met Hiếu, the director of this ethnic village and the museum. So I just look forward to come when they told me this. When I'm in my own country, I don't go to the village very often. So when I come here, I feel different. I feel I'm closer to the nature here than when I'm in my own country, in Malaysia, you know.
To turn the idea of the museum into reality, it took years for those who care about Mường culture to collect the items on display. Long Tien Sing understands the efforts of the organizers to preserve the ethnic culture features.
This place, as we come from Hanoi in the bus, I didn't know what to expect. But of course, on the internet, I see some of this ethnic minority village already, but I didn't know it is like this. When you come here, only you see the real thing. So I just overwhelmed by the environment. I think it's beautiful. It's something like this that the Vietnamese people or the Hmong people who can still conserve this, keep this, that still, I think 80% original. That is fantastic to me.
This Malaysian artist, before coming here, already thought of what artwork he would create. But his mind changed when he arrived at the site. His project has turned into something else.
Very often you have artists who already have a fixed idea what they want to do. Like myself, so I already have roughly what I want to do here. But when I come here, everything change. So the changes is I like to feel the environment, the people, the culture. Then it will take a long time to absorb and digest this experience. So yesterday, when I was walking past this area, I stopped at this house. From the outside, I think it is very impressive. So I just think, I say, let me just have a good communication with the house first. So I sit there, I draw. So I start drawing this, you know.
With all the best intentions, Long hopes that he can depict the beauty of the Mường stilt house, a distinct aspect of the Mường culture. By doing so, he believes he can lend a helping hand in preserving traditional cultural features of Vietnam.
it would definitely raise the consciousness about the culture of the local people. And when you have foreigners come here, I think the local people also feel proud about their culture. I think this is important for person to feel good and feel proud about himself, about his culture and his lifestyle. I think that is first step in conservation of traditional culture.
During the 10 days of the Asia Art Link 4, hundreds of artworks of different art forms have been created by Vietnamese and international artists. Through these works, the culture of the Mường has the chance to get further promoted, not only in Vietnam but also abroad. More audiences over the world will get to know more about one of the most ancient and interesting cultural aspects of Vietnam.